Let's talk about foods you can eat to actually prevent and reverse your cancer. I've actually had it happen multiple times, and 26,000 people will die today of cancer in the U.S. Not good. Watch this and prevent your cancer.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Hi, Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. Well, today I want to talk about foods that will help prevent and reverse cancer. 26,000 people are going to die today in the United States from cancer. Over 600,000 people a year. The cancer rate in the United States has gone crazy. And in the Canada and the UK also, actually in Canada, it's only 80,000 people will die of cancer this coming year. So it's just like, wow, there's a big difference. We're not doing something very, very well here in the United States. I have to tell you, it has to do with what we're eating. There's no doubt about it, and our lifestyle. But before I get into that, if you like what I do, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please tell other people. And let's get on the road to health. And also, please get a copy of my new book, which is I'm going to be talking about, Live a Cancer-Free Life. And I'll be talking about a small portion of what's in this book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. If you Google Live a Cancer-Free Life, it will come up. Some people have said this has become my second Bible, and I've actually had 2 people go into remission doing what I recommend here. So let's not make you a statistic. Let's make you live a long life. You can just Google it. It will come up, and you can get it on Amazon. I have a 5-star rating, and you will really love it. And it's a quick read also. Well, there's a lot of foods that will make a huge difference in preventing you from coming down with cancer, lower your chances of coming down with cancer. Eating the candy, eating the ice cream, eating the burgers and the fries and the pizza and that soda and all this stuff is not good. And this is the normal fare for people in the United States. And no wonder we're dying. You know what I mean? It's just really, really, really not good. We got to turn this around. One of the first things I recommend in general is good old cruciferous vegetables. This is cabbage. Absolutely one of my favorite things to eat in the world. And I highly recommend the cabbage. Cabbage is amazing stuff. Whether you eat it raw, make coleslaw with it, whether you cook it, great diuretic, lots of agents which actually prevent cancer. Also broccoli, also cauliflower, all those cruciferous vegetables are good for preventing cancer. They even make a DIM and IP6 from cruciferous vegetables. So why take the supplements when you can eat the food and prevent cancer? I think that's really, 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 really important. Also, lots of vegetables. This is wonderful. Eggplant, really great eggplant. The dark color on the skin, this skin is the cancer preventer. And a lot of people, we got to peel that skin off. It's kind of bitter. Well, the bitter things in life actually are good for you. And sometimes the things that we go through in life that are bitter make us stronger. And some of the bitter things that we eat actually make us stronger too. So it's really important to eat some of these things, eggplant, zucchini, all those wonderful veggies. Also, wonderful bell pepper. Bell pepper is great. This happens to be an orange one. I love them. I eat these things like apples. There's no doubt about it. More vitamin C than there is in an orange. So you're getting a wallop of vitamin C here and a tasty package, which is great. Really, really sweet. I love them. There's no hours to it. Also, wonderful pumpkin. This is a piece of pumpkin here that We actually feed our dogs pumpkin also. Lots of, good carotenoids in them. Really good. And we make beans with these too. Pumpkin, pumpkin, pumpkin. You can find pumpkin just about year long. Lots of anti-cancer agents in them. And those seeds, they're great to roast. We take them out, put them in a pan and roast them. Pumpkin seeds are really great. Good for the prostate also. So a win-win situation with pumpkin. Really great. Also, one of my favorites also is, get a hold of this. This is brown rice. Good old brown rice. Really great. Yeah, good whole grains. Grains that are really great. We even feed the dogs brown rice, so it's really great stuff. Highly recommended. All other wonderful fruits, apples, oranges, grapes, any type of fruit. Berries, especially. This morning we had papaya with blueberries, raspberries, blackberries, and goji berries, and banana this morning on our breakfast. About a half cup of oatmeal, cooked oatmeal. Now, actually, my wife has cooked. I have raw. I love it raw. It's kind of like me. It reminds me of granola. But apples are amazing. There's an old saying that an apple a day keeps the doctor away. There is a reason for that. Fiber, fiber, fiber. All these have a huge amount of fiber in it. Well, we're lucky to get 20 or 30 grams of fiber every day. The Hadza tribe in Africa eat 150 grams of fiber. They have a huge amount of good bacteria in their gut, probiotics, and they prevent disease. They hardly ever get sick. So probiotics, and you can't get that many. They have over 2,000 species. You can't get that many, taking probiotic capsules. You got to eat the food. Things like cruciferous vegetables, like this cabbage here. It has a whole bunch of probiotics built into it. There are bacteria on it and in it, and it really is good for bringing up your good bacteria. So the actual fiber is broken down by the good bacteria, and those bacteria start creating short-chain fatty acids, which heal your body and prevent cancer. Your body fights off 100 cancers a day and a lot of diseases. Also, wonderful fruits like papaya. Papaya is a wonderful fruit. We have it almost every single morning, and it's really good for the GI tract. There's no doubt about it. There is not one particular food to fight off cancer. There's lots of different foods that fight off cancer. This is one of my favorites. Chayote. Chayote is a wonderful white colored on the outside or green. And they call them merlatan some places. The whole thing is edible, except the skin can get tough a little bit. Even the leaves on the plant are edible, and the roots and everything. Everything is edible, and it's very low in calories. I even make a mock mincemeat pie with this. Using, instead of apples, sometimes this is easier to get because we have a lot of these growing around in the yard, and apples that don't grow here. So I can actually use this and substitute it for apples. Really great and tastes great, and use the raisins and everything else to make a wonderful pie. Really good stuff. Highly recommend chayote. Also, beans. So I keep around organic beans in the cans also, and we cook our own also. We have both. This happens to be Goya brand chickpeas or garbanzos, and we get them organic, low salt or no salt. Also, black beans, and when I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat now. And black beans are anti-inflammatory, really good. Just wash them to make sure you get the sodium out of them, and they're really good. But beans make you feel more satisfied than just about anything else, even more than meat. And so you'll feel full for the rest of the day. If you don't want to have any, gas, just take and cook your own beans and add a little bit of kombu seaweed, Kombu, 2 or 3 inch piece. You won't have gas. This is a long life seaweed that they even eat a lot of in Okinawa in Japan. Really great. Of course, a lot of wonderful greens. I eat a half pound of greens every day. And a lot of kale. Kale is so nutritious, really great stuff. I highly recommend. Our dogs love it too. Really great. Highly recommend it. Sometimes I just put a little, balsamic vinegar on it. And with most of my salad, I'll take this big bunch like this. That's a half pound. I'll eat that every day. And, that is a really great anti-cancer agent. Green leafy vegetables. Most people, how many of you eat a half pound of kale every day? Probably not many, but really good for you. Also, other greens, all the greens are amazing. This happens to be wonderful bok choy. I'll just show it in the bag here. Bok choy. I make oilless stir fries with these, really great, with all kinds of veggies in them. And boy, my wife loves it also. Also, we had some whole grain noodles in with that, little tiny rice noodles, really, really good. Also, tomatoes, lots of lycopenes, really great stuff. There's really nothing in the way of the plant-based area that is not, going to help. That is, all of them are going to help with fighting off cancers. There's no doubt about that. So if you want to keep away the cancer monster, I highly recommend you start eating, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, some grains, and lots of beans. If you look up beans and long life, you'll see a ton of information. You're just going to go, wow. And I did a study of all the groups of people around the world in the blue zones who live to be over 100. It's interesting. They all eat beans, whether it be Okinawa, whether it be, Loma Linda in California, whether it be Sardinia, whether it be some of the Greek Isles, whether it be Costa Rica. All these people eat a ton of beans. Really great. I tend to be kind of a bean freak. I love my beans. We cook our own beans in my Instapot, and I also have them in cans too, and I wash them thoroughly to get the sodium out of them. But I eat beans. I probably eat, there's no probably to it. I eat 2 15-ounce cans every day, and I feel fantastic. I'm keeping the cancer monster away, that's for sure. So, and also beans are amazing for, like I said, for long life. So make sure that you get your beans in every day. Also, black beans are anti-inflammatory. Even in Brazil, in their food pyramid, they have a separate section just for black beans because they're so healing. I can take people who have gout and put them on black beans and their gout will disappear. So black beans, have your bean burritos. We make beans here on a regular basis. Every single restaurant has rice and beans here. Hard to find in the United States. Only 4% of Americans eat beans, which is kind of atrocious, really, tell you the truth. I bet you, some of you have never eaten most of these foods. And there's never too late to start now and get you on the road to really feeling great. And also this helps with recovery. If you have cancer now, I highly recommend you get going on eating lots of fruits and vegetables and lots of grains, also lots and lots of beans, especially black beans. And what gets you moving in the right direction? It's never, ever, ever too late. It was about 15 years ago, and I had terrible arthritis, terrible kidney disease, terrible prostate disease, high blood pressure, on and on and on, and I turned it all around. I feel fantastic. I just got through working out in the gym, and I'm going to go finish my 8 miles of walking, and you can do it too. And also, lifestyle is super important. Getting exercise in every day. I recommend at least 5 miles of walking in less than an hour. You got to do it. 5 miles of walking in less than an hour. It's good for the brain, good for the back, good for the heart, good for the lungs, good for the gut. There's nothing it doesn't help. It also helps to settle issues in your brain. If you're walking, you ruminate, you get rid of some of all those thoughts that kind of get tossed, Really great. I think it's super, super, super important. Also, exercising like biking and swimming is also good. 10 miles of So biking 1 or 2 miles of swimming every day, also great. And also working out with the weights is also helps. Exercise is great. You get rid of stress also, and stress is a big thing. So enjoy your wonderful anti-cancer foods. And also get a copy of my Live a Cancer-Free Life. There's a lot more to go covered in here about that. Also, the less you eat, the less problems of coming down with disease in general. So have a great day. If you want to do a consultation with me, let's get on the road to recovery. Let's get rid of your chronic diseases. I work with herbs. I work with diet. I have lots of different diets for different types of things, all kinds of different things, supplements, and we can get you on the road to be healing completely. Let's not take care of the symptoms. Let's take care of the cause. Call me at 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. It's also at the end of the video, and you click on Show More. It's down below. Have a wonderful day. Remember a couple things. Remember God, and remember, I love you.